thanks for coming, and welcome to the very second episode of Nostalgia Files, the web show where we sit back, relax, and talk about some old video games. Today we go back to a milestone in gaming history, the original Final Fantasy game for the NES. So sit back and enjoy the show. Although the name Final Fantasy is very contradictive of how many sequels and spin-offs it has, which to my count on Wikipedia is around 60 with all the different remakes, mobile games, and packages, it of course has deeper meaning. See, Squaresoft had not been doing too well financially in the gaming industry, and the developer of the game has said that the name was symbolic of his feelings toward his career at the time. Had the game failed, he would have retired from designing video games to pursue other careers or further his education. He had no intentions of ever creating such a huge legacy of video games. This is the only Final Fantasy game without Sid. It's actually pretty commonly believed that Sid is in every Final Fantasy game ever made, as he's become a staple to the franchise, but this is false. Even though he is in countless other Final Fantasy games, he actually came to be in the second game in the series. I'm gonna read something straight off the Final Fantasy Wiki before I get to the next fact. Intelligence, usually abbreviated as INT, also called intellect or wisdom, is a recurring statistic in the Final Fantasy series. It largely has the same function as magic power. Okay, well the truth is that intelligence actually does nothing, so strategically speaking the Reg Mage is the most effective in the game, due to its versatility. Don't quote me on that though, haven't played this game in a while. Since we at Nostalgia Files do spend many hours creating the background music for the Nostalgia Files videos, we figured we would share a little Final Fantasy music fact. The theme song Prelude, which is in some way integrated into every main Final Fantasy game, was only written in a matter of 5 minutes in a last-ditch effort to squeeze one more song out of the game's composer. To a musician, pulling something so magnificent out of your ass gains a lot of respect. I was actually debating whether I should do a cover of this song as the background music for this video. Of course, as you can hear, I decided against it. It's a hard song, I'm on deadlines here, people. There's a fun little Easter egg in the game which can also be used to get infinite money in some versions. To get this Easter egg, you need to get your hands on the ship and press the A and B buttons together 55 times. This will bring you to a secret slide puzzle. Once completed, you receive 100 gil. You're free to do this as many times as you'd like, but like I said, it's only in some versions. There was a 20th anniversary remake of this game with quite a few differences. It has much better resolution and updated graphics, Soul and Chaos dungeons from a previous remake, and the Labyrinth of Time, with greater difficulty than any other dungeon in the game. A very strong boss that is even stronger than Omega, Shinru, and Chaos is also featured in this remake. It also brings together an art gallery and FMW scenes from 2 other previous remakes. Those who don't have the gaming systems necessary to play the retro games are in luck, because there's quite an impressive library of games on the iPhone App Store. These titles include Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, Final Fantasy IV The After Years, Final Fantasy 5, 6, 7, and 9. There are also reports that Final Fantasy 11 will be coming to iOS, however it has yet to be announced. If there was no copywriting issues when deciding the game's name, it might have ended up being called Fighting Fantasy. However, the decision to switch was made when the Square development team discovered Fighting Fantasy was the title of a series of single-player role-play game books. There was a very small team of developers put on this project, only 7 in fact. This really puts the growth of game development into perspective, because it isn't uncommon for newer age games to have hundreds of developers. Well, here we are again. Thanks for watching. We do put a lot of work into these videos, so if you enjoy them, then please subscribe. You can also check out my channel for more episodes of Nostalgia Files, or press the annotation to get to my cover of the Chaos Temple theme, which just so happens to be the background music for this video. So I hope to see you all next week, and happy gaming!